Guys, what seemed to be, I guess, when Duke got out to the 16-3 lead, I mean, what seemed to be the biggest difficulties in those minutes? I mean, was there just a lack of energy? Was there something else?
No, they're a really good team. They was just they was putting the ball in the hoop, and we had to make adjustment to find a way to stop it. Like I said, they're a really good offensive team, so it was scoring. Our defense got to get picked up.
I mean, how different is it to actually go out there on the court and compete? You all do all this scouting, film stuff. Like, how much different is it to actually go out there and to compete against those guys at that size and with their skill sets?
I mean, it's much different. You don't got Mark Williams who's 7'1", or Pablo who's 16, or Trevor Keels who's 6'5". You got scout players, so it's obviously different.
They shot 59% from the game. Did you feel that was more a product of the shots they were making or the defense that you guys played?
Well, it's hitting some tough shots, tough contested fadeaways, contested threes. We obviously could have made some adjustments to pick up the defense a little bit more, but it was just hitting some tough shots tonight.
How do you recover when you're facing a team? I mean, they're hitting shots from outside, they're driving really well. It forces you guys to be that much more disciplined on defense. And it's like one mistake can lead to a rush.
Mm-hmm.
How do you respond in those moments when you're facing something like that?
Just keep playing hard.
Yeah, we got to kind of just collect ourselves. Try to stay composed. Just stick together. We got to realize, like you said, turnovers costing us, missed blockouts for offensive rebounds. So we got to just really we have to adjust those things and try to have a better sense of urgency, I guess.
Ventura was one of the best forwards in your league. What was it like facing him?
It was a regular matchup, just like facing anybody else who we play. A regular matchup, just with a different jersey,
Yeah, and obviously, it obviously led up to a very difficult matchup. But I mean, y'all had the previous 6 days off. I mean, what did you all do during that period of time? Was it helpful at all, having that much time off, being able to relax, kind of reset a little bit?
Yeah, because we had a stretch of games. I don't know what it was, but we had a long stretch of games, and even when we had the one off day, it didn't really feel like that much of an off day. So I think the biggest thing was, to get us some rest. And, guys are still in there, getting working and treatment and everything like that. So I think the 6 days really did help us.
Well, it seemed like it took you a little bit longer to get going, or to be able to get scoring. What were some of the things they were doing to challenge to make it harder for you to get your game going?
They just, really sound defensively. You could tell they follow the team principles and everything like that. They really gapped up. They, like you said earlier, they're a bigger physical team. You got 7-1 leading shot block in the conference in there. So, it's a little bit tough, but at the end of the day, you just gotta go out there and play and just keep moving forward, just keep going.
John, what was your general plan and strategy going into tonight's matchup against Williams? He's a guy who's probably one of the favorites for ACC Defensive Player of the Year. What were you trying to do against him? What do you think you did well against him?
Just play the way I've been playing the whole season, just attack him. Just play the way I've been playing the whole season, nothing different. Just knocking down my shots, playing how coach wanted us to play, basically.
Was there any sort of, I don't want to say adjustment to it, but was it different playing in this sort of an atmosphere where it's the biggest crowd you all have had all season? There's a certain level of excitement and hype with this game. I mean, as players on the court, how much of it all do you guys feel that?
I mean, we certainly feel it for sure. The fact that there was people here before we even came out to stretch or anything like that. But we've been in a situation before. We played in Madison Square Garden, we played at UNC. Obviously, playing here in front of our fans is a little bit different, because it's our fans, But I mean, we've been in these situations before, but it definitely helps get the team, juiced up, and just we understand that this game is a little bit more important. But at the end of the day, it's just another game. That's the way I kind of look at it.
You guys have been through a lot this year, obviously. Losing streaks, winning streaks, personnel changes, and more. How would you compare the team chemistry, the feeling around the locker room right now as to day one of the season?
It's pretty good, I wouldn't say I'm proud of all these guys. Like you said, we've been through a lot of things throughout the season, players dealing with certain things and everything like that, and the fact that, guys stepped in every single day and do what they can to stay together. Keep things going and just show up every single day. That's what Coach Capel told us since day one. Just show up, make no excuses, and do what you got to do. So, regardless of whatever circumstances we have, can't make that excuse. We got to just do what we got to do.
What do you think, or what do you guys have to do, I guess, in difficult moments, especially with the season winding down here, to stay together and to sort of, keep some sort of collective confidence and sense of camaraderie?
I mean, you got to believe, you got to be selfless. You got to know that every time you put on this jersey, every time you step on the court, you're not only doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your teammates, your coaches, the fans, your family, everything like that. So regardless of how things are going, at the end of the day, you should have multiple reasons, if not for anyone else, at least for yourself, to go out there and do what you got to do.
Obviously, this is Coach K's last time here, and it's hard to digest right after the game, but do you think in time you'll sort of appreciate being a part of this moment?
Yeah, for sure. When he had the ceremony before the game, that was really cool. That was really cool. I think that was when it kind of hit me a little bit that what was really happening, what was really going on. I grew up watching everything. So it was kind of crazy just seeing that, and he's a legend. So
Thanks, guys.
appreciate all you